situation, strong in habituation. I could get used to this. I don't need a compensation, I know well what I'm chasing. I could get used to this. On with the situation, strong in habituation. I could get used to it. I don't need a compensation, I know well what I'm chasing. I could get used to it. habituation. I could get used to this. I don't need a compensation. I know well what I'm chasing. I could get used to this. On with the situation, strong in habituation. I could get used to this. I don't need a compensation. I know well what I'm chasing. I could get used to this. I could get used to this. I could get used to this.
morning, everybody. How are we all doing today? Welcome, welcome, welcome to Saturday Morning Duger on this lovely Saturday morning here in Los Angeles. Might not be Saturday morning for most of you, but that's okay. Hello, everyone. How's it going? How are you all? I look tired. Holy shit, looking at myself right now, I'm like, girl, you look like you needed more sleep. Does Dodger stream every day? I don't. I try to stream 5 days a week. I normally stream Monday, Tuesday's podcast day. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday. Or Thursday, Friday, Saturday. My bad. Oh, Schmoostinger, that warms my heart. I'm so happy for you. That's so great. Ikemano, or Ike Mano, thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a new member of the Cat Gang. Thank you so much for the support. I hope you're having a lovely day. And use the emotes for evil, not good. If you haven't seen it in chat yet, there is a giveaway link. We're doing another $20 Steam gift card giveaway. So if you're interested in that, you can use Purbucks to buy extra tickets, but the first ticket is totally free. You don't have to have ever been here before to get your first ticket. But if you have a bunch of Purbucks through Revlo, you can use those to get more tickets. That sub-gif is adorable. Sam was like right here while I was going through the Revlo stuff. And I was like, all right, let's see what the next GIF is that somebody redeemed. And we just opened it up and we both were like, oh, God. DJ D Junior Mando. That's how I'm going to say that. D Junior Mando, thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a new member of the Cat Gang. Thank you so much for the support. I hope you're having a lovely day and use the emotes for evil, not good. Thank you so much.
Welcome.
And Traxxas, thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a new member of the Cat Gang. Thank you so much. Hope you guys are having a great one. Thanks for the support. It's not like I have 34,000 Purbucks ordered or anything. Ooh. I don't know what you mean. I give you plenty of things to spend Purbucks on. Some good news, actually. I'm going to be putting more mugs up on Revlo pretty soon here. So the mugs will go up. The Purbuck coins will go up. Polaroids will go back up. So that'll be nice, right? Shoto Drag, thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a new member of the Cat Gang. Thank you so much for the support. Hope you're having a lovely day and use the emotes for evil, not good. Finally! Finally! I know. There are a couple of you, I don't want you to feel like I've forgotten you. I know that there are a couple of you whose mugs never showed up, so I'll get back to you as well if I haven't talked to you in a bit. Raiden, thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a new member of the Cat Gang. Thank you so much for the support. I hope you're having a lovely day and use the emotes for evil, not good. It's so hard because some of you guys live in places where the customs are just like not customs as in like the culture, but getting a package to you sounds like it's just a shit show. Like I get emails and they're like, I mean, it's probably not you. It's probably just the way that shipping works here. I'm just like, what? Outraging Cat, thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a new member of the Cat Gang. Thank you so much for the support. I hope you're having a lovely day and use the emotes for evil, not good. When is Nebula Jazz? Nebula Jazz is at 1 o'clock on Saturdays. So as of right now, 1 o'clock my time. Right now it is 10:18 in the morning. So we'll say it's like 10:30. So in like 2.5 hours is when Nebula Jazz will start.
Welcome, you
Slurps Madrips. What a gross name. Like on one hand I'm like, that's a fun name, and on like it's fun to say, and on the other hand, I'm like, but it also feels gross. It also feels a little bit gross. Slurps my drips. Thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a new member of the Cat Gang. Thank you for the support. I hope you're having a lovely day, and use the emotes for evil, not good. Thank you so much. I'm so behind on Nebula Jazz. It's gotten fucking weird. There was a really sweet message though that that Adam passed on to me, where somebody was like, I really like this show, but my favorite character is Eugene. And I was like, ah! So I feel like my character, for those of you who have never seen Nebula Jazz before, it's a show, it's a roleplay show that takes place in space. It uses the Fate Accelerated system, so all of us got to literally create any character we wanted. We weren't like constrained by class or race or anything like that. We could create whatever we wanted, and then sort of our abilities are defined by aspects, which I won't really go into unless you really want me to, because I've done it so many times now. But the character that I made could very easily be super fucking annoying, like a really annoying character. And it's just so nice having people be like, Eugene's my favorite character. I'm like, ah, I'm so happy. It makes me so happy. Eugene seriously carries the show sometimes. Guys, you're so sweet. What a beautiful slime boy. He just, look. He just wants to be fucking rich, okay? He will step over the dead bodies of many people to be rich. The richest slime in the galaxy. So. You're too nice to play an asshole? I don't know. I do all right. I'm pretty all right at it. You changed your office. Hello, you haven't been here in a while. How are you? I pushed my desk against the wall. I also put up my sound foam. Yo, girls, for any of you who haven't seen this yet, hell yes! Got my little Overwatch, my Ollie Moss prints up. I got some of my old Omocat shit up. Yeah, it's been good times here. It's been good times. We've done some shit. Thank you so much, by the way, to all of the new follows that I'm seeing happen in our little cup. Thank you, guys. If that means that you're a brand new viewer, I hope you're enjoying. I hope that means that you like it. So bright, I know. Well, remember, I wanted to have the rainbow foam. So once I finally buckled down and was like, I'm going to put this foam up, I was like, well, it has to go. It has to go in rainbow order. It has to. It has to. Your office is so cute. Thank you. Dude, guys, I've had so many people come in and be like, what the fuck are these? And I always have to explain, oh, they're, Kuroko no Basuke manga panels that we had turned into screen prints. And then we never used. And then we never used them. I keep being like, dude, I need to just use on something, right? Like scarves, like something. I need to just make some fucking Kuroko no Basuke things and then send them all to Erin. And then I'll know that they were worth it, right? Be like, happy birthday, Erin. On her 30th, maybe. That's in a long time. But maybe, look, on her birthday, I'll just be like, look at all these Kuroko no Basuke things I made you. What is a screen print? Oh, okay, so let me show you a thing. As I run into shit. Ugh. Okay, so imagine, if you will, you want to make a t-shirt. You want to make, actually, this shirt that I'm wearing right now is a screen printed t-shirt or a tank top, whatever. So imagine, if you will, you want to make a shirt, and you want to have a cool design on it. So you take a shirt and then you have one of these. This is like a more classy version of what I've typically made in the past. It's a screen, and where, basically like where the pink is, it'll block color. It'll block paint from coming through. So you can like take a shirt, put this down. Oh, what's in there? Goodness gracious. Obviously haven't picked this up in a while. You can put it down, and anybody who actually does screen printing can totally counter my information if I'm not right on anything. You can put this down, put like fabric safe paint down, and then you squeegee it on there basically. And then once you lift it up, the design will be there. So I made a bunch of Kuroko no Basuke ones for a I was going to say Saturday Morning Duker, for a Swords and Stitches forever ago. We were going to make a Kuroko no Basuke dress. Aaron Umatani and I were. And then we wound up having to stop doing the show. So we never used these, and I still have them. And I keep thinking, God, they're so cool. One day, we're definitely going to make something with these, right? And it just hasn't happened yet. But one day I would love to. Accurate so far. Great. Where's your shirt from? It's a store called Sovereign. I love all of their stuff. I love all of their stuff, all of it. When are you doing your anime season first impression? Once I've watched more stuff, which hasn't happened yet. I'm sorry. Aaron Unlimited, thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a new member of the Cat Gang. Thank you for the support. I hope you're having a lovely day, and use the emotes for evil, not good. I feel like ever since I lifted this up, it's a little off kilter. That's more, yeah, there we go. That feels more right to me for some reason. Sure, whatever. Yeah. Is it expensive to do? You can like do really I don't want to say cheap, but that's kind of what it is. You can do like really cheap versions of screen printing. Where you just like basically take I'm trying to think of what it would be called, what the type of fabric is. But you can, instead of like having it professionally done, you can basically block off where you don't want paint with like glue or Mod Podge, things like that, and then squeegee paint through. And obviously like the paint isn't going to be able to slam through the glue, right? So there are more like janky ways to do it. And we wanted to show multiple ways. Like, that's what the whole episode was going to be, was like, here we're showing the version where you have just like, you know, a couple at-home things and you turn it into screen printing. And then there's also, you go to a guy and you say, hey, make me a screen print out of this super elaborate thing. And they're like, we got you, bro. And even that isn't super expensive. But yeah, and I mean, you can use the screen over and over and over again until it barfs on you. Which I don't know how long that would take with one like this. I have no idea how long that would take. How do you use multiple colors of paint for the design? Well, you would set it up so that you have multiple screens and each screen is a different color, right? So you would like, it would be kind of like graffiti. You would like layer colors, I believe. Is that a fuzzy rug behind you? It's fabric for a thing. If any of you have noticed like a bag sitting in that corner that was just kind of exploding with color, that's what was in that bag. Graceling12, thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a new member of the Cat Gang. Thank you so much for the support. Hope you're having a lovely day, and use the emotes for evil, not good. News shows are really weird / cool with the new setup. You disappear to read something and then you just appear, and I like it. It's funny, I've gotten a couple of emails saying the exact opposite. Like, it's so jarring when you just fucking disappear to read a thing and then you reappear. So I've been trying to figure out what to do. I mean, the obvious answer, right, is like while I'm gone, I show footage of something. But in this last news episode that I did, I was gone for a while because I was reading like I think a statement from the people that represent AMD. And so I was like, what the fuck can I possibly Like, it was about AMD getting into VR. There's no footage of AMD VR stuff. There's like there wasn't really anything that we could think of to put there. So I was like, everybody can just chill and listen to my dulcet tones, I guess. Dodger the Magician. I try, do what I can. What do you think of Bokino Hero so far? Oh, I love Bokino Hero so much. They're all my children, and I want them all to be happy, wonderful heroes. I love them all. Hi, Danny. Danny, I feel like I was going to message you a thing, and I can't remember what it was going to be. Oops. I don't remember what I was going to tell you, but seeing you in chat made me go, there's a thing I wanted to say to Daniel. Can't remember. Also, for any of you who don't know, Oreo Zima in chat is the one who makes all of our emotes, makes all of our splash screens, etc. He streams sometimes. You should totally follow him and send him some love because he's great. Oh, shit! I remember what it was. It's that, I think with the new system, we're gonna have a bunch of new emote slots. With, like, the way that they're counting subscribers to emotes. I think we might end up with, like, a bunch of new slots to fill. Which is great. So, you and I need to brainstorm. Kermadak, thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a new member of the Cat Gang. Thank you for the support. Hope you're having a lovely day, and use the emotes for evil, not good. I think an emote that is, an emote that's sorely missing is like a cry laughing emote. Like just like a laughing emote. We don't have one of those. I've realized every time I try to like do something like that, you know? A mom emote? No, we already turned that video into a command. I think that's enough. I think that's enough. We can't have a mom emote. We need an angry emote? Oh, that exists. What is it called? Doog Mad, I think, is what it's called. Yeah, Doog Mad. We've also got Doog Swears. I think those go together, you know. Oh, poor Purbot. Mm-hmm. Yes. Yes. My children. Are you hypnotizing me? Oh, God. So, yeah, if you have ideas, feel free to toss them around. How did you, Cox Biscuit... Oh, God. How did you, Cox Biscuit, and Krender become friends?
Welcome, you.
Alamarana, thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a new member of the Cat Gang. Thank you so much for the support. I hope you're having a lovely day, and use the emotes for evil, not good. Let's see. TB and I became friends because we just started talking to each other after we both were part of the game station, because the first round of the game station was like 8 people, I think. And we were both in on that. So we just kind of started talking to one another. He was super cool and really super supportive. Like, whenever he very quickly became this person where he had already been in the space for so long, right? Like, he had done podcasts, he had done radio shows, like all of this stuff. And so when I would be like, fuck, like just like freaking out about something, he'd be like, just fucking do your thing. You're fine. You're fine. Just chill. You're fine. So I always like really appreciated that. He and I became friends that way. And Jesse and I became friends because Jesse was making a video and he reached out to me and was like, hey, can you, I would love it. I would love to put like a little clip of you in my video. Can you make a clip for me? And I put it off for so long because I kept forgetting about it. Darian, thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a new member of the Cat Gang. I put it off for so long, and then he was like, hey, I really need that clip. And I was like, fuck, okay, I'll make it right now. And in the video, if I remember right, in the video, he's like, yep, there's a clip of Dodger looking like she made that last minute in a bathroom. And I was like, fuck, he knew. So yeah, that was like the first time that he and I started talking. Because at the time I was like the network contact basically for the game station. So the people who were in the network were told to come to me if they had problems. So he and I had already interacted in that way, but that was the first time that he was like, hey, you want to like be in a video? I royally fucked it up. And then once he moved out here was when he and I actually started like hanging out a lot and became closer friends. Krendor, fuck, I'm trying to remember how I met Krendor. I just remember that like when I started when I actually did start like hanging out with Krendor and talking to Krendor, I had a bunch of friends and family members who are all super WoW heads that were like, oh my god, you know Krendor? They were like really starstruck. And I was like, this is so weird to me. Gamix, thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a new member of the Cat Gang. Thank you for the support. I hope you're having a lovely day and use the emotes for evil not good. Is Krendor here? That's amazing. Krendor, where are you? Krendor just was. He just appeared in people's lives. Ah, I see. I think I misunderstood. I don't think he's here. He just is. He just exists. One day you woke up and Krendor was there. Yeah. Yeah, basically. I would assume that I started interacting with him more through Jesse, but I can't remember. Honestly, I can't remember how I met Krendor. That's so weird. I really want to message Krendor and be like, do you remember how we met? I just recently watched all of the Geek Enders episodes. Good stuff. Aw, thank you. Yeah, man, that was a show that we came up with. Jesse and I came up with that show years ago, and it was very apparent it was never going to be made. And so when like the Go 90 thing started and they were like, hey, they want to make Geek Enders, we were like, you know what, sure. Yeah, so that was really fun. For anybody who doesn't know what Geek Enders is, it was a show that Go 90 made with Jesse and I, where we went to different major cities that have big conventions. The idea of the show was like, while you're here for whatever convention, right? While you're here for San Diego Comic-Con, while you're here for PAX East, here's some cool stuff in the city that you can potentially do. And it was very silly. It was fun. But a lot of people weren't able to watch it because it's Go 90. So I have to use a VPN to access Go 90 and buffering sucks. Yeah, see? Like, I had so many people say I really want to watch Geek Enders. But I can't, so I was like, that sucks. That really sucks. I never did look at Angels with Scaly Wings. I saw it when we were going through the release list on Co-optional one time, but I never actually played it. I was like, oh, a game where everybody's a dragon! And I never did it. I really should. Is it difficult to record when Jesse is recording multiplayer mayhem? I don't think that he records that in his room. I think that's recorded upstairs. Because there's a room, it's the room that that we did the last big anniversary stream in. Yeah. I'm pretty sure that he does it in there. Because up there, there's like podcast mics set up. If you want to do a podcast, that's where they do Star Wars New Book Club. And yeah, it's just like a big soundproofed room. I'm pretty sure that's where he does that. Good morning from Portland, Oregon. I'm on the toilet. That sounds like Portland, yeah. Also from one former Oregonian to a current Oregonian. What's up? The one for Chrono Trigger? No. See, I keep forgetting that there's a more recent one that we did because it was so much less of a big thing. We did the Mario one, the Mario RPG one. And that one was so much shorter than ones like Chrono Trigger and Final Fantasy VI. But this year is going to be Final Fantasy VII. And I don't fucking know how we're gonna get through that. I gotta be real with you. Like, that game, there's so much to that game. We're gonna have to establish, like, ground rules. Like, what counts as us completing this game? Because we can't do it all. We can't. Like, it's just impossible. We can't. My neighbor is a Beaver fan. Boo! Ducks! Go Ducks!
Welcome, you
Andrew0509, thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a new member of the Cat Gang. Thank you so much for the support. I hope you're having a lovely day, and use the emotes for evil, not good. Not 6. We already did 6. 6 already happened. That was, what was it, guys? 4 years ago? Either 3 or 4 years ago. We did Chrono Trigger, we did Mario RPG, we'll be doing 7 this year. So. You mean you aren't gonna master all of the material? Yeah, we're gonna get everybody's ultimate weapon, and we're gonna, fuck. You know, I joke, but with a team like Jesse and Gerard, I'm actually worried. I'm actually a little bit worried that they're gonna be like, that's doable. Yeah, we can do that. Yeah, we can, you know what? Yeah, totally. Be like, no! No! Have you ever played The Sims? Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, we streamed the most recent Sims a couple of times. We made Jesse and TB. We made like a weird love mansion for Jesse and TB, and everybody was super awkward about it. Working shifts, but that's not as fun. That's not fun. We want to all be together the whole time. I have to, you know, fall asleep awkwardly at a certain point, etc. Yo, Mass, thank you so much for the bits. I have a confession to make. I want you, I love you, and I always have Hype Cats as a friend. I don't know that sentence came across the right way. I don't know that I can read that correctly, but thank you so much for the bits. Jesse's Love Mansion should be an expansion pack. I agree. I missed that stream. Is it on YouTube? It's not. It was a super old one. A super, super old one. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I've been in one of those moods where I really, like, I'm just really frustrated with my hair lately. Which is why anytime I start off the day with it down, it does not take very long for me to just put it into a crazy bun and just, like, leave it that way. But every time I put it in a crazy bun, it, like, rips the ends. So I'm trying to just leave it. I'm trying to just leave it alone, and it's so difficult. Have you seen Gloom? It looks like a cross between Hollow Knight and Dark Souls. I feel like I have, but I can't think of what it is, you know? Are you gonna dye your hair a crazy color again? I'm actually really excited to dye my hair again. I've been keeping it brown for the wedding, so that's why it's been brown for so long. But wedding is this summer, so once it's done, then I don't know. Then yeah, I'll dye it. It'll be great. It'll be nice for a change. It'll be so great. Your hair looks really nice. Thank you. I appreciate that. You don't want to have a blue-haired wedding. I was going out of my way to try and freak everybody out, yeah, for a while there, but because they would be like, oh, what color is your hair gonna be for the wedding? And I was like, I don't know, I was thinking maybe like just the brightest yellow I can do. I think like highlighter colored, maybe, you know. I was thinking maybe making my hair look like a Christmas tree. I saw a tutorial where you just rat your hair until it's like a cone, and then you put like decorations in it. So maybe we could do like that, but then put like flowers in it, you know? So it's like a wedding tree, you know? Everybody was like, stop. Are either of you taking last names? Oh, I'm taking Thorn. Absolutely. No questions asked. I have no like sad feelings about leaving the last name Lawson behind. Like, it's not like I hate it. It's not like I hate it, but I don't have any affection for it, and I think the last name Thorn is so cool. So yeah. I'm gonna be Brooke Thorn. I'm super down for that. My whole name is super woodland. A babbling brook next to roses with pointy thorns, etc. Can't you have both? I don't want both. I don't want Lawson. I know a lot of people who have hyphenated their names or like smushed their names together. Oh my gosh, I have two friends that have like super Jewish last names, and nobody can pronounce them right. Like, we can, because, you know, we've made an effort, we're their friends, but like just the layman, like just talking to somebody at a store or something, when they try to pronounce it, they were just like, oh my god. So when they got married, they smushed their names together, and it's so cute because it's still like it has like the elements of the last names that they already had, but it's just like shorter and just really cute, and they're like, yeah, and our names are like together, you know, we didn't like it's just so adorable. And I guess a bunch of people gave them shit for it, and I was like, no, I think that's cute. I think it's really sweet. Hyphenated last names make forms a nightmare. Oh, I bet. Thornson. Yeah. Ah, yes. Oof. Brooke Lawson Thorn, so you can be BLT. New guy, I'm about to blow your mind. My middle name is Lee, so I'm already gonna be BLT. Brooke Lee Thorn. Hell yeah! I'm a sandwich till the day I die. Yeah, I love Brooke Lee Thorn. I think that sounds awesome. I'm excited for that to be my name. Everybody's like, oh! How did the horrid restaurant power outage turn out? Oh my god, yeah, I forgot to tell you guys. So Sam and I, for the last like week, we've been like, we should go on a nice date. We should go on a nice date, make a reservation at a nice place, make an effort, put on some nice clothes, and go on a date. That would be super fun. So we did, and we got all like ready to go. We drove out there, and as we were driving up, our Uber driver goes, man, this whole block is like dark. And we were like, it is. And then we pull up, we see a huge crowd of people outside of this restaurant, like trying to, like at the valet, trying to get their cars back. And we were like, oh no. We get out of the car, pause. Zypher720, thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a new member of the Cat Gang. Thank you for the support. Hope you're having a lovely day. And use the emotes for evil, not good. We get out of the car, and the lady was like, I'm so sorry. We're actually closing for the night because we have no power, so we can't, like, make food. So we're shutting down. I'm so sorry if you had a reservation or anything. And we were like, okay. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, no problem. Sam was like, we can just go next week. And I was like, no. Like, no. Like, yes, we could try to come back to this place next week. But I was like, we're going to dinner tonight. We made an effort. We look cute. We're going to dinner. So I'm like, on my phone on like fucking Open Table, like, all right, what are some nice dinner places to go right now? And found a place that was basically like, it was basically like a nice wine bar that also had really good food. So I was like, that sounds nice. Like a kind of small, like quiet place for us to, you know, just have a date. So we did. The food was good. The drinks were good. It was nice. But the place that we wanted to go to, literally like, we just drive up and it was obvious that it had just happened because everybody was like just leaving. And we were like, oh no, no. So yeah, a bunch of people were like, you should just go to a diner. Now that you're all fancied up, now that you look like you're trying to go to a really fancy place, you should just like go to fucking McDonald's or something. And I was like, while I enjoy that idea in my mind, I really just want to sit and have a nice quiet meal. Like that's what I want so badly. Brody Conley, thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a new member of the Cat Gang. Thank you so much for the support. I hope you're having a lovely day and use the emotes for evil, not good. Naturally, there's a power outage when you go on a date, right? With my luck. With my luck. I worked at a restaurant when that happened once and it sucked. Oh, I bet. They looked really stressed out. Like, I wasn't about to be like, oh my god, we've been waiting all week to come here. I wasn't going to be a dick about it. Because it's not like there's anything that they can do, right? Like, I'm sure that they were super stressed out having to be like, I know that all of you are waiting on food, but can you leave? Like, like we were in a position where it was like, oh, well, we'll just go somewhere else. Like, it's not like we had already settled in there and we're sad. Acting! I can't even! That's me trying to cry. That was always the thing. I was always so jealous when I was training to be an actor. I was always so jealous of the people that I was in the program with who could just cry. Who could just cry whenever they wanted. It really bothered me. Because I was like, we take all these fucking classes to learn how to tap into our feelings and shit. And you guys don't need to do that to have like a tear. Like, oh, I'm crying. I'm just so upset. I'd be like, fuck you. You're not sad at all. You son of a bitch. Oh my god. Yes, I was an actor like Count Olaf. Exactly like that. By the way, we haven't done this yet, so let's take a moment. If you have a drink, please lift it up. If you don't have a drink and you would like to fist bump, that is also fantastic. Thank you all so much for joining me for Saturday Morning Duker today. Thank you all for being here. If it's your first time, welcome. I hope that you enjoy. If it's your millionth time, welcome. I'm so glad that you're not sick of me yet. And let's have a fun time. Let's have a good stream. All right, 3, 2, 1, cheers. Boop. Ah. Yeah, look at all those little mugs. Look at all those cute little mugs. I forgot my coffee. No! Abort! I'm watching Dark Soulmates for the first time and it's great. Aw. Yeah, we had fun doing that. We still plan on playing Dark Souls 3 for anybody who's gonna follow that up with, yeah, what's going on with, hey, what, I made it back with a Beverly just in time for the cheers. Hell yeah. I'm so glad that you got here in time. Just really like making that exaggerated crying face. It makes me laugh. JK Naps, thank you so much for subscribing. Or J Naps, if it's a silent K. Thank you so much for the support. Thanks for becoming a Cat Gang member. I hope you're having a lovely one, and use the emotes for evil, not good. I take it since you can't act cry, you won't be able to guilt trip strippin'. I mean, I think fake crying to, like, get what you want is shitty anyway. So I would rather not do that. I would rather, you know, I would rather just express my feels to Sam in an open, honest way. And then if he's like, that's stupid, I'll be like, then you're stupid! And then we'll wrestle and it's all fine. That's the level of childish I am. it's, you know, we have a serious conversation and then one of us tries to break the mood by saying, well, that's dumb. And then the other person goes, you're dumb. And then, and then it all falls apart and then we laugh and it's fine. I'm glad you're all making the same joke about the word wrestle. You're all so smart. You're all so original, so smart. Look at all those smart, funny jokes. I love your new setup. How does it feel to not be a blown out light ghost anymore? I mean, I am still a light ghost deep down inside. You can never take that away from me. But it does feel great. It feels nice to have people come up, to have people show up and say, wow, you got a new camera. And I'm like, no, I did not. I found my first gray hairs.
Welcome.
And I'm so excited. Soggy Britches, thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a new member of the Cat Gang. Thank you so much for the support. I hope you're having a lovely day and use the emotes for evil, not good. I found a couple like little silvery hairs right in here. You won't be able to see them, but like when I was in the car in like natural light and looked in the rearview mirror, I was like, oh! And I was so jazzed. I was like, oh my god, my transformation into a wizard is finally happening. Colankinator, thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a new member of the Cat Gang. Thank you so much for the support. I hope you're having a lovely day and use the emotes for evil, not good. You're grandma now, I know. Sync DB, thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a new member of the Cat Gang. Thank you so much. Thanks, guys. Thanks, everybody. New follows, resubs, new subs. You guys are great. Yeah, right? Like, I said it to my mom. I was like, I found gray hairs. I'm so jazzed. And she was like, what? Like, really concerned. She's like, I don't understand. Because, like, I still barely have any gray. That doesn't make any sense. Why would you be having gray already? And I'm like, I don't know. I don't care. I'm just jazzed. It's like, finally, my transformation is happening. I knew one day it would happen. There was a series of books that I read when I was a kid where if you were consumed by magic, you got silver hair. So, so in my mind, since I was a kid, I've always been like, yeah, one day I'm going to have all silver hair because I'll be a magician, because I'll be a wizard, right? Because I'll have truly transformed into the swamp hag that I'm meant to be. I don't know, like, I don't know. I think that gray hair, silver hair, whatever, white hair, whatever it winds up being for you. I love, I don't know why, I love young, like, when people look really young but have gray. I just think it's so cool. Like a little bit of gray, I'm like, oh shit, you look so fucking dignified. You look like you're ready to throw down. It's awesome. The local crazy swamp hag, that's what I want. That's I mean, I hope we get some old couple vlogs of you and Sam down the line. Right? I think about that sometimes. I'm like, man, it would be super cool if, you know, assuming that it worked out this way, assuming that life and family and all of that stuff worked out in the right way, it would be really cool to still be, even just every now and then, making videos or streaming or whatever when we're like old. But with the way that technology progresses, like I don't know that would necessarily be the case. Like I can't, no YouTuber or streamer can guarantee that, right? Can like plan on, oh, I'm going to do this for the rest of my life, because the possibility that the entire ecosystem is going to change, and that's just not the way that you can sustain yourself, is pretty high. But like thinking about that is fun for me. I like thinking to myself, man, it would be cool if I was just like an old streaming grandma. I love that. It would be super fun. Yeah, Saturday morning grandma Duker. Yeah, yeah. I've been subbed for 47 years. My goodness. You can holographically project yourself into our homes at age 80. Yes. Yes, here we go. Here it is. What do you think you would do if YouTube continued to decline, or if Twitch had to change over the next few years? I mean, it's just always important to keep your eyes open, right? To be aware of how things are changing. I'm so grateful that I had both Amma and Sam telling me, like, you would be a good streamer. You should try streaming. Like, you should seriously try it, because you would be good at it. like the two of them, honestly, were the ones who constantly were just like, stream. You should stream more. You should try streaming. You should do that. And I'm so grateful, right? But that, I don't know that that's something that I would have tried doing on my own. So trying to be more aware of those opportunities, I think, is important. Ryan K and Beta Ray Will, thank you both so much for subscribing and becoming new members of the Cat Gang. Thank you for the support. I hope you're having a lovely day, and use the emotes for evil, not good. Don't you shrink as you get older? You'll be pocket-sized by then. Yeah, aren't there like stretches and things you can do to keep the muscles around your back really strong? Isn't that like what people are being told to do now? It's like, if you're worried about your back starting to deteriorate, like if you keep those, like your core muscles and just like basically keep all of this okay, and it'll help with that shit if you can. That GIF never gets less weird. I agree. You definitely didn't have hundreds of viewers telling you that. At the time, no. I didn't have a lot of people, like, constantly telling me to stream. It was mostly Sam and Amma. It wasn't until I, like, tried it in a more casual way, because at that point I had only ever done, like, 24-hour streams, right? It wasn't until I started, like, trying to do it in a casual sense that people were like, this is really fun, you should do this more. So, but like my first like support system was Amma and Sam, I think, for sure. Dodger never gets less weird. Look, that GIF is not my fault. Look at this shit. That's not, look. I am a victim. Tentacle Poke, thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a new member of the Cat Gang. Thank you so much for the support. I hope you're having a lovely day, and use the emotes for evil, not good. I've loved your content since Guild Ho. Aw, thank you. Man, I always forget that exists, and then people will be like, I love Guild Ho, I listen to it all the time, and I'm like, oh. Oh, Thank you so much. Thanks, guys. What is even happening in that GIF? Fun fact, that GIF is from a video, and that video was filmed on the same day that I met Sam for the first time. Aww. It was a really weird video that we did at Yogg's Towers that wound up with Simon and Jesse rubbing their beards on my face. And then I escaped underneath the table. That was the video. My sister hates Gildo. That's fine. That's totally fine. So what you're saying is Jesse's beard is lucky. I met Sam before the beards happened, okay? I met him before I had beards rubbed all over my face. Yeah. And then Erin wasn't feeling well. I went back to the hotel to see how she was doing and see if she wanted to grab dinner with us. And I was like, by the way, I met such a cute boy. By the way, oh my god, I met this guy. He's so cute. But it'll like never work out because he's in England. Lol. Lol. Just kidding. Flash forward to the rest of my life. Oh my god, Sam found the cutest fucking webcomic. Wait. What is it called? My Giant Nerd Boyfriend. And it's so cute. Joey Thor, thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a new member of the Cat Gang. Thank you so much for the support. I hope you're having a lovely day and use the emotes for evil, not good. Yeah, there's a little webcomic that he found that he started sending me excerpts from because he was like, oh my god, these are too fucking real. They're called My Giant Nerd Boyfriend, and it's so cute. There's like 30 of them, which for webcomics flies by. If you read webcomics very out, like they just fucking zoom by. But oh my god, they're so cute. If you haven't looked at them, please go do it. It was tweeted to him. That makes sense. So cute. I was like, oh my god, there's one there's one where it's like in a shoujo manga and it shows like a tiny girl and a tall boy and the boy's like grabbing a book and she's like, oh, and then it's like real life and it's like a giant dude picking up a tiny girl so she can grab cereal, and I was like, it's real, it's too real. Link it. Okay, hold on. Oh, Coke already did. Coke, thank you. Coke Logic linked it in chat if you guys want it. Rowley Bro, thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a new member of the Cat Gang. Thank you so much for the support. I hope you're having a lovely day and use the emotes for evil, not good. This webcomic's adorable. It's so cute. Every single one. I'm like, oh, there's a, I thought of it because, pause. Vox3, thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a new member of the Cat Gang. Thank you so much for the support. I hope you're having a lovely day and use the emotes for evil, not good. I thought of it because, they did like a special that was how we met. Basically like how we got together. I'm not gonna spoil it, but the end of that, the end of it is so funny. It's just like, oh my god, that's like absolutely what was happening with me. So it was really cute. It was just like, oh my god. I'm a frequent viewer of webtoons and I love this comic. Yeah, it's apparently an app, right? You can get like an app that just has all of their different webcomics on it. I haven't done that. Because that's the first webcomic that I've seen on that website. But I was like, oh, that's cool. If there's an app where you can just like find new webcomics, that's really cool. Sergeant Fargent streams. That's how I'm going to pronounce that. Sergeant Fargent, thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a new member of the Cat Gang. Thank you for the support. I hope you're having a lovely day. And use the emotes for evil, not good. Goodbye, chat. I'm gonna go read it. Enjoy. It's more entertaining than I am, I can promise you. Oh, she has a comic book you can buy too? Oh. Whenever I find a webcomic that I really like, if they have like a hardcover book version of it available, I'll usually buy it. Because I feel like that's like, I mean, normally there are ads. There are ads on the page, so I know that they get a little bit of money that way. But I'm usually like, this has given me enough enjoyment. This is like, made me happy enough reading this that I would love to buy it. Like Nimona, the second that Nimona had a hardcover version, and it's not because I'm friends with Noelle. I was not friends with Noelle until after I was already in love with Nimona. But when Nimona came out as a book, I was like, hell yes. Like immediately bought that shit. Yeah. The Webtoons app is really good. I'm following so many webcomics on it. You should definitely check out Elf and Warrior on there. It's got pug people. Well, I'm sold. It's got pug people. I'm sold. You know Noelle? I do. Yeah. I absolutely loved her fan art stuff. It's so weird. Both her and Omocat, it's been fascinating because I've followed them both for so long. Omocat I've never hung out with in person, but she and I have like messaged each other quite a few times. Noelle I've like grabbed food with and like gone to parties with at conventions and stuff. But both of them, I found them through their fan art, right? I was like, holy shit, this stuff is so good. Wait a minute. Wait, hold on. There's an old, like a fucking old ginger hazing Tumblr picture that she had up on her old store that I bought. Hold on. And I put it outside of my room because it's too perfect. It's Merry and Pippin as hipster hobbits talking about coffee. So I was like, holy shit, it's yes. So that normally sits outside of my office just in case people weren't sure who was in here. But yeah, it's like, I know both of them now, and they're both like really successful in their own fields, like doing what they want to do. Like Omocat has such a successful clothing line, you know, and has different like seasons of clothes all the time, and they always sell out, and it's crazy. And then Noelle is working on all different like legit comics and stuff, and oh my god, I'm just like, you guys are so great. You guys are doing such good work. It's awesome. It's so cool. I always forget Dodger is short until she stands up. I am quite short, yeah. I was talking with my florist. Pretty much anytime I need to talk to somebody about the wedding, I wind up having to talk to them at like 1 or 2 in the morning because of the time difference. So it's like, okay, what time do you start working? Whenever that is, I'll just stay up and then we can talk. So I was talking with the florist, who is so fucking sweet, just like the cutest, sweetest person in the world. And she was asking me all kinds of questions about like my dress and how tall I am and all of this stuff. And at first I was like, I don't understand what any of this has to do with flowers. And then we were talking and she was like, well, you know, I don't want my bouquet to be bigger than the petite bride. I was like, oh, I guess that's true. She wanted like a picture and stuff. She was like, okay, I don't want like, you know, if there's lots of detail on your dress, I don't want the bouquet to take away from the dress, because typically dresses are much more expensive than the bouquet. And she was like, and you know, if you're short, like I don't want the size of the bouquet to just be outlandish in comparison to how big you are and all of this stuff. And I was like, oh fuck, I had never thought about any of that before. Huh. But she was asking me how tall I am, and I was like, I'm like 5 foot, 5'1". It depends on where I measure myself. And she was like, okay, so yeah, you're quite petite. It's like, yeah, I'm short. I'm very short. And she was like, no, you're quite petite. Like, okay. The actual book is still called My Giant Geek Boyfriend, by the way. I'm not sure if it's available overseas, but she's a local Malaysian artist and a friend. Aw, that's so cool. That's so awesome. Well, if you're friends, tell her that I think that her comic is super adorable. I feel like, because there's that one, and then there's the other one that's by the artist, the British artist who does Pizza Witch and all of that stuff. She has another webcomic that's like my life with my significant other and my cats, right? Anytime I read those, there always winds up being at least a couple where Sam and I are like, God, this is so relatable. I think that I think when you can make them super relatable that way, that's when they're really successful, you know?
Welcome, you fine.
Haley Johnson, thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a new member of the Cat Gang. Thank you for the support. I hope you're having a lovely day, and use the emotes for evil, not good. It made me laugh. The petite thing made me laugh because that's what my dad used to tell me to say to people when boys would make fun of me because I was tiny. My dad would be like, tell them you're not short, you're petite. And I was like, okay. And then the first time that I did it, they were like, what does that mean? And then just walked away, and I was like, that did not work. Daddy, that did not work. That didn't work very well. They don't know what it means. It's so funny. I think sometimes parents try to like give you tools to be, you know, proud of yourself. Like, I don't care that I'm short. I'm petite. I'm tiny, and that's fine. But then you like try to use it in the real world, and other kids are like, what? They like don't care. You're a hobbit. Yeah. See, that's the thing, right? When you're still in the school system, as some of you are, I think there are certain things where if you try to like be really gung-ho about something, then everybody just like doesn't get it, and it's weird. I'm delighted that now as an adult, I know that this isn't always super helpful, but I can say that there are lots of things that I was always really self-conscious about when I was younger, and now as an adult I feel much more comfortable with. I always hated my ears. I always hated my ears because they stuck out and they felt big, and you know, kids at school would like make monkey jokes about me. And now as an adult, I'm like, who fucking cares? I've got ears. Like I have ears. I have ears. They exist. And I like them. I like them now. I've always felt like weird about my thighs, but I find myself like, as I get older, I find myself being like, I like them. You know what? I like them. I like my big soul crushing thighs. I'm down with them. I'm okay with it. I'm good on that. I think everybody just has like weird things that they wind up being insecure about, and then, you know, you work through it. You work through it. But yeah, I think the reason that I got on that topic is because I'm sure that it's really difficult as a parent when you see your kids feeling like really insecure about something and then they bring it up to you. You know, I'm not a parent yet, but I'm sure that it's just like heartbreaking to have your kid be like, I really hate this about myself because the other kids told me I should hate this about myself, you know? And just like trying to help them through, like trying to give them tools, and then the tool doesn't work. Like, tell them you're petite. You're not short, you're petite. I say, yeah, I'm petite. And everybody's like, nerd. What does that mean? Where are you speaking? Spanish? What is that? Like, I don't, huh? Yeah, yet. I've been pretty open about the fact that I want to be a mom, I think. I'm gonna just adopt like 8 kids. I'm just gonna have a swarm of tiny Dugers. Guys, I know it's French. I'm mimicking kids who don't I'm mimicking kids who don't know what the word petite is. Hi, Jimmy. 8 kids. Blech. I don't actually want 8 kids. Yeah, the lovable Jommy is here. Oh my god, Jimmy has a great emote. Jimmy, I don't know how long you've had that boy emote, but it's so funny. I love it. I feel like, you know how whenever I use the Octo nut button emote, I'm always like, you guys should seriously subscribe to Octo just so that you get this nut button. I feel like you guys should seriously, like Jimmy just has this boy emote and it's so funny to me. Yeah! Gary, thank you so much for the 11 months. You're almost at a year. Boy. It just looks like donuts. It looks like a bunch of donuts that say boy, and I love it. None of your kids are allowed to be allergic to cats. Oh my god. That would be so sad. Be like, how do I fix this? What do I do? Nut boys. Nut boys? I'm glad we're all adults here. I'm glad we're all big adults. Good job, us. You're allergic to cats? Oh, Kermadak, I can't adopt you. I'm so sorry. Yeah. This one's allergic to cats. I don't want it. Can I get a new one? Sassy Sue, thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a new member of the Cat Gang. Thank you so much for the support. I hope you're having a lovely day and use the emotes for evil, not good. When you have a baby, you can dress them up in fox clothing. Oh my god, Erin, like, super preemptively, she, like, messaged me and was like, so I know that, you're, like, not pregnant and not having kids for a while, but, because everybody's obsessed with fox baby clothes right now and I don't want you to miss the boat, I bought you this. And she, like, had a little picture of this little, like, fox outfit for a baby. She was like, I just know, like, right now everybody's making fox baby clothes and you're gonna miss the boat and I don't want that to happen to you. And I was like, thank you. Thank you for thinking of me.
Welcome, you fine
Petite 60, thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a new member of the Cat Gang. Thank you for the support. I hope you're having a lovely day and use the emotes for evil, not good. Chase Overland, thank you so much for all the bits. I'm sorry to anybody who's given me bits that I've missed. We've had a pretty back and forth conversation for a while here, so. Real talk. All right, what's the real talk, Jimmy? The thing people tend to make fun of us for the most as kids tends to be the thing that makes us the most unique in ourselves. I was picked on for things like my voice and my personality and tons of other stuff. Boy, they're the biggest aspect of my job and career. Get wrecked, middle schoolers. It's so true, right? Mm-hmm. Hell yeah, Jimmy. You tell him. You tell him the realness. That's an interesting welcoming gif, right? You know? It happens. It's okay. I tossed some bits yesterday, but you were busy winning in PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. I'm sorry, Dr. John. Here's a late thank you for the bits from yesterday.
Welcome, you
No, Jim.
cat-loving,
No, Jim. Thank you
coffee-drinking
so much for
boy
subscribing and
baby.
becoming a new member of the Cat Gang. Thank you for the support. I hope you're having a lovely day. And use the emotes for evil, not good. I'm sorry that wasn't directed at you. It just needed to come out. Otherwise, as I was talking, it was going to come out and it was going to sound even weirder. So I'd rather there just be a clean burp and then the clean talk, right? Instead of them trying to mesh and it sounding like really gross. Is the old Twitch UI back for anyone else? Oh, that's a great question. I think actually, yeah. Yeah, I think my Twitch is back to the way that it was. I was not a fan when they changed the UI. I was not a fan of that. But now that I think about it, it didn't last for long, did it? I think that they decided to pull back and regroup and work on some stuff. Old one came back after a couple of days. Yeah. It's funny, like, I guess I just fucking blocked it out. I think it happened, I think that 2-day period, in that 2-day period, I streamed once, I think. And so it was, like, there for a day, and I was like, wow, I hate this. And then by the time I came back, I forgot that it ever existed. So, I still have the new one. Weird! I don't have the new one anymore. Huh. How often do you see the chair bouncing suggestive gif online? I never see it. I just get, like, on the reg, I get people coming into my chat being like, are you the girl who I saw on Imgur where, like, you were, like, you know? I'm like, yep, that's me. Would you like to say anything else about it? Because if you get too specific, you're going to get your ass timed out in here. So would you like to join the conversation like an adult, or are you going to make some masturbation jokes about me? I'll wait. I'm here. It's just so weird. It feels so weird. Every time somebody comes in and is like, oh my god, I need the GIF. Just fucking, I want to, like, shut it down so bad. Oh, is that what we're talking about? Yeah. You know. Rosa, thank you so much for the 10 months. How are you, girl? I love all the people who are watching right now that are like, I don't know what that GIF is, and now I'm uncomfortable. Long story short, there's a GIF of me shaking my leg, as it was during the co-optional podcast. I'm like trying to think of how to even replicate it. You guys know that I like shake. I was like doing like this kind of shit because I was just hopped up on coffee or something. I don't remember exactly. It was years ago. And apparently it looked like I was doing a thing. And then as the show started, I like stopped and looked up like, oh, we're started, right? And everybody was like, she got caught. That GIF shows up all the fucking time. I'm like, why? Why is this still around? Why is this still a thing? It's so weird. It's so weird to me. It's ancient. It is ancient, Bunny Hedger. Thank you. It's so old. I just don't know why. So often, I don't know why I see people coming into my chat being like, are you... Get out. Get out of here. I thought you were scratching your leg. Yeah, I was doing something like that, right? I was like shaking, scratching my leg. I don't know. And then the show started, and I was like, oh, the show has begun. Nothing can be pure. Nothing can be pure on the internet. I'm guilty of that. I'm guilty of taking pure things and making them awful. That's fine. I get it. I just don't know why it won't die. I just don't know why it won't die. You were just hyped for the show. Yeah. I was just shaking with excitement to do the co-optional podcast. It's fine. It's whatever. It's fine. It's fine. I'm so excited to do the rest of this stream. Although when I see a lot is the welcome to my lady cave gif. Yeah, that was like an intentional goof, right? I'm cool with that one showing up all the time. Some people might discover you thanks to that gif. That's true. Maybe I should appreciate that that dumb gif won't die, because I get new burritos out of it. It's just a question of whether or not somebody's going to show up and be weird. If somebody's going to show up and be weird, or if they're going to show up and be like, I saw this weird gif, so what's up, everybody? You know, like, whichever they decide to do, it determines their fate here, unfortunately. How did you end up doing the co-optional podcast? Oh, that's like a pretty simple story. Like I said, TB and I started talking once we did the game station, once we were both involved in the game station. Like a year in, I want to say. I'm trying to remember when co-optional podcast started, but I think it was like a year after TGS started. John came to me and was like, hey, I really want to do a weekly podcast that's all like about video games, about the news, all that stuff. You do a news show. I keep very, you know, abreast of information about the gaming world for obvious reasons. So, you know, I feel like the both of us could do really well with a podcast like that. And then just have like guests. So our very first podcast, we had Jesse on. I think it was Jesse and Force was the first podcast. I'm trying to remember. We had Jesse on, and Jesse like clicked with us super well. And then Jesse came on for the next one and the next one. And then we were like, cool. So the three of us are the hosts, and then we have a guest, right? Like that's how this is going to go. And Jesse was like, yeah, I'm down. Let's do this. And that's how Co-optional Podcast happened. Who's John? Total Biscuit. John Total Biscuit Bane. John, youtube.com/Total Halibut. Total Biscuit Bane. I can imagine you get asked that all the time, so it's much appreciated. Oh yeah, it's no problem. Yeah, I'm always happy to answer questions like that. I think that, you know, we've all known each other for so long. There's no way that everybody, you know, remembers or ever knew. Because it's just like, at this point, it feels like I've known those dudes forever, right? Like we've just all been doing stuff together, and we've been friends for so long at this point that it's like, I feel like they've been in my life for so long. It's actually kind of nice to have people ask those sorts of questions so I can remember, you know, so that I'm frequently recalling it. Jimmy, thanks for the bits, boy. What do you think of the co-optional animated? Oh, they're fantastic. They're so good. They're all great. This might be weird, but the friendship between you, Jesse, Sam, Krender, Alex, etc. is super uplifting. Aw. That's sweet. I'm glad. Yeah, we all get along so well. It's just really fun to do stuff with all of those guys. How did I meet Cry? Cry sent me a Skype message. This is actually one of my favorite friendship origin stories. Cry sent me a Skype message that said, I'm about to be your best fucking friend. And I accepted. And then we started chatting. That's literally how it happened. I had never talked to Cry before. And one of our mutual friends was like, hey, Cry would love to chat with you. Can I give him your Skype? And I was like, sure. And then he just like sent me a Skype message, a friend request that said, I'm about to be your best fucking friend. And that's how we became friends. How'd you meet Octo? Octo started working at Maker, and that's how I met him. He started working in like the like net dev sort of area. He and Holly were like previously friends, and I had started becoming friends with Holly. So yeah, I think the first time that I got to actually sit and hang out with Octo was when a bunch of people were invited over to another person who worked at Maker, Isaac's house, to play Towerfall. And he came over, and we all were like chatting with each other, and I was like, Octo's pretty cool. He's a pretty cool dude. He's like super knowledgeable. He's really fun. And yeah, he also, his entire desk was covered in Super Sentai stuff. I was like, there's something special going on. There's something magical happening in your mind. Yeah, and then because we were both at Maker so often, we just kept, you know, interacting with each other. So yeah, Holly was another weird one where like she and I both mutually wanted to be friends with each other, but we were both really intimidated. And I to this day, I have no idea why. I was like, oh my God, Holly is so talented and amazing. And like, I don't know, like I felt like Holly was way too cool to be my friend. So like we knew each other and we would like talk sometimes. But I was like, God, I would love to hang out with Holly, but I don't think that I'm like cool enough. Like I don't know. I just felt like weird. And then basically like I'm trying to remember what happened. I think that we needed to talk to one another over G-chat over something, like a show that was happening at Maker. We were discussing something that had to do with Maker over G-chat. And I was like, by the way, would you ever want to like hang out? And she was like, yes, I would love to hang out. And I was like, really? I was like, I don't know why. I just always felt like you were super cool. And like, I was really scared to ask if you wanted to hang out. And she was like, what? I was like, it was kind of the same for me. I thought that maybe like I thought maybe we could be really good friends, but I just felt like weird asking if you wanted to hang out. We were like both doing the exact same fucking thing. And so, yeah, it was awesome to just be like, hey, do you want to be friends? And she was like, yeah, do you want to be friends? I was like, yeah. Moral of the story is just ask. Yeah, no, seriously. Like, there have been so many situations where I'm like, I think this person is really cool, but I can't tell if, like from interacting with them, I can't tell if they're shy or if they don't like me, or, you know, you just like, you don't want to impose, like you don't want to like impose on their bubble. So you think to yourself, well, if they want to talk to me, then they'll talk to me. You know, I'll just be like available, but I'm not gonna like impose on their bubble, because it seems like they don't necessarily want to talk. And sometimes in the end, it's just like they're just kind of like quiet, or they're kind of shy, and you know, talking to them was the way to get the ball rolling, and they did want to interact with you. You know, you never know until you put yourself out there. So do you want to hang out? Aw, guys. A bunch of my friends have been like that. I think it's awesome being like 30 years old and just saying, be my friend, please. Yeah. There's something like kind of funny about that. I recently did that with Kristen too. Kristen is Jesse's PA, basically. Ken Atama, thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a new member of the Cat Gang. Thank you for the support. And Hawk11, thank you both so much. Thank you so much for becoming a new member of the Cat Gang. Thanks for the support, guys. I hope you're having a lovely day. Be excellent to one another and party on, dude. Yeah, Kristen and I kept talking about games and stuff. And I was like, do you want to get coffee sometime? And she was like, oh my God, are you asking me on a friend date? And I was like, yeah. And she was like, I would love to. Night Arius, thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a new member of the Cat Gang.
Welcome, you
Thin
fine
Lizzie,
cat
thank you so much for
loving,
subscribing and
coffee
becoming a new
drinking
member of the Cat
boney
Gang.
babe.
Thank you guys for the support. I hope you're having a lovely day. Use the emotes for evil, not good. Holy shit! I just realized that I've been talking nonstop for like an hour and a half. Yeah, I think we do need to BRB. I think it's time to like get a refill on coffees, go pee poops, whatever you gotta do. Max Thunder, thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a new member of the Cat Gang. Thank you so much for the support. I hope you're having a lovely day. Use the emotes for evil, not good. Reminder, we have a giveaway going right now. It's for a $20 Steam gift card. So if you're interested in that, first ticket costs no per bucks. But then any ticket after that does cost per bucks if you have your Twitch and your Revlo connected. We have so many viewers here right now. Thank you guys so much. Yeah, you know what? I'll leave it up to you. I'm going to make a little straw poll. We can either continue to, because I'm having fun, we can either continue to chat until I need to go for Nebula Jazz, or we can play a game. So let's straw poll. Because I know some of you guys just really enjoy like the chill talking stuff, and I'm having a lot of fun just hanging out with you guys and answering your questions and whatever. So, what should we do? What? Keep chatting or play a game. All right. Here's the poll. There's the poll. So, feel free to do that while we're re-upping on coffee and things. I'll be right back. Please stick around. If you have to go, that's totally fine. I hope that you have a fantastic rest of your day. If you're gonna stick around, then we'll come back and see what we gonna do. Girl, what we gonna do? Okay, BRB, enjoy the tunes. I just tried to use I just tried to use a command in chat and it didn't work cuz I'm dumb. So hi. Hello everybody. You guys overwhelmingly want to just keep sitting and chatting for the next like 50 minutes. So let's do it. Yo, let's do it. Let's hang out. I need to get up, but my cat is sleeping on me. Oh my god. Sherlock, like... So I have 2 cats. Realize I should establish this. I have 2 cats. One of them is Sherlock. He's a 20-pound cat. He's fucking huge. The other one is Watson. She's a super tiny white cat. Little, flame point Siamese. They eat the exact same amount of food and have forever. And yet, one of them is just a giant. So... Sherlock is like one of those cats that's constantly just like, I would love if you would pet me right now. That would be so great. The best cinnamon roll. Thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a new member of the Cat Gang. Thank you so much for the support. I hope you're having a lovely day and use the emotes for evil, not good. Watson, like, occasionally will want to sit in your lap or snuggle with you, right? I197, thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a new member of the Cat Gang. Thank you, guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I hope you're having a lovely one. Use the emotes for evil, not good. 50 minutes or 15 minutes? No, 50 minutes, because sound check is at 12:30. So, I figure we'll just hang.
Welcome.
Small Tom Gaming. Thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a new member of the Cat Gang. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. I hope that means you're enjoying the show. Thank you so much for the support. Have a great day, etc. Be kind to your fellow burritos. As always, we are all respectful of one another, sub or not.
Welcome.
Mago Mags, thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a new member of the Cat Gang. Thank you for the support. I hope you're having a lovely day and use the emotes for evil, not good. And Admiral Huey, thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a new member of the Cat Gang. Thank you guys. I hope you're having a great day. Long story short, Sherlock, when he wants to sit on your lap, he'll sit there, like, kneading at you, making biscuits. He'll sit there, like, kneading at your leg for minutes. Like up to 10 minutes. He'll just sit there, like... But he's heavy, right? He's such a heavy cat. So after a while, your leg hurts so bad because you're supporting the weight of this cat who's just, like... Like, just lay down. Please just lay down. Like, once you lay down, it'll be fine. But the fact that I have these two, like, just... Like, it feels like he's punching me. It doesn't feel like he's kneading me. It feels like a cat is just, like, repeatedly punching my leg for, like, 10 minutes. I'm just like, lay down! Lay down, please. I love you so much, but please just lay down. Drebin1415, thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a new member of the Cat Gang. Thank you so much for the support. And Pants the Monkey, thank you so much for the support. For becoming a new member of the Cat Gang. Appreciate it, you guys. Use the emotes for evil, not good. Have a fantastic rest of your day. Making biscuits, I love it. Yeah, I used the term making biscuits on Twitter when I was showing a picture of him, and everybody thought that making biscuits meant, like, pooping. I was like, I would not let one of my cats just sit there pooping on me. Like, that's not a thing I would do. But yeah, most of the time, once he finally settles down and lays on my lap, that's when I need to pee. I'm just like, I'm gonna hold it. I'm gonna fucking hold it because he worked so hard. He worked so hard to get to this point where he could lay down. I'm not gonna ruin it for him now.
Welcome.
Pwned by Juice, thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a new member of the Cat Gang. Thank you for the support. I hope you're having a lovely day and use the emotes for evil, not good. How old are your cats? Watson's going to be 4 this year, and Sherlock is 6? We've figured this out before, but I can't remember. The actual term for it is snurgling. Yes. This is when somebody links me to a fucking Wikipedia article and is like, no, it's really called snurgling. Hi, 2fan, how are you? Thank you for the bits. Watson is 4. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, she should be. In August, she'll be 4 years old, I'm pretty sure. Sherlock's only 6. Well, I got Sherlock when he was already 1. Fuck, we always try to sit here figuring this out. I think he's 6. What palace are you on in Persona? Without spoiling anything, I am on, I think either the 4th or the 5th palace. I think I'm on the 5th palace. 5th. I'm on the 5th palace. Don't spoil anything about the game for people in chat. Not just because Atlas will come after me, but but because as a person who's really enjoying Persona, if any of you are waiting to hop into it, I don't want things spoiled for you, so. Luka Jin is like 40. It's true. She's the youngest looking nearly 40-year-old I've ever seen in my life. Who's gonna become your waifu? I can't decide because they're all so adorable. Again, without spoiling anything about the characters, the 2 that I love the most are Makoto, which I think everybody could probably see coming. Makoto and Hifumi. So, not going to tell you anything about those characters. I'm not going to tell you anything about what they're like, but for any of you who do know the characters, Makoto and Hifumi are my faves. I waifued them all and it ended badly. I bet. I just want the pro tag to be able to kiss Yusuke. Yeah, I would, like, one day, I would love it if they were like, you can romance literally anybody. That would be awesome. Oh no, I know the names. Game ruined. No! I'm confused. How does Discord work? Would somebody else like to explain that? It's like a browser-based, or you can get the client too, but it's like a browser-based chat. We have our own like Discord channel that's open to everybody. And yeah, it's like on the side, it'll have different like rooms you can be in that all have different topics of conversation. It has voice chat in there, all kinds of stuff. So yeah, ours is just very like community focused. I can't imagine romancing Sojiro. That's not really what I mean, like, of your group. Like, your group. Yeah, I heard that, Hifumi was supposed to be, like a playable character. But they ran out of time. So there's lots of stuff that they planned on doing that didn't wind up making it into the base game, or the, like, finished game. But, I love it so far. I absolutely love that game. It's been so fun. Would it be weird for me to send you one of my cosplay prints? Oh, I did an Eevee cosplay. Oops. Oh no, I did an Eevee cosplay a couple years ago after seeing the Eevee song video, and I was inspired by you. Azumi, that's so sweet. I would be honored to have one of your cosplay prints. Thanks for the recommendation for Play in the Mud. She's making me a cool custom item now. Yeah! Isn't she great? She's so sweet. Oh, I was gonna bring... Dang it. She made me like a travel mug version of the Cat Gang mug. And I was like, what? This is so cool. P.O. Box. That would be a good command to have, probably. We pretty routinely have people asking what my P.O. box is. Have you ever thought about cosplaying again at a convention? I think about it all the time, honestly. But I feel like the attention would really stress me out. So I always try to think of things that I could do that's like super low-key and weird. But at the same time, part of me is like, in my perfect situation, I would make a cute costume, wear it for a photo shoot or something, and then never wear it to a convention. Like, that's what I would really like to do, honestly. I think that would be super fun. That would check all of the boxes of what I would want. Evermore, thank you so much for all the bits. I have all these biddies left over. Well, I appreciate them. Thank you so much. Did Dodger talk about Eugene? I did a little bit, yeah. Somebody was asking when Nebula Jazz is, so I mentioned it. I was saying how heartwarming it is that people love Eugene so much. Because, like, that's a very different character from what I've normally been playing on roleplay shows. So I was really delighted to play a sort of loud asshole character again, because I haven't done that in so long. And to have a loud asshole character be so loved by the viewers is also very cool. Because again, that character can very easily be like the most annoying piece of shit ever. Right? Everybody could be like, God, you know who I hate? Eugene. I like really hate every time Eugene talks. And I'd be like, oh. So I'm glad that it's the other side. Is Eugene named after the city in Oregon? To be honest, if I remember correctly, we were all discussing what we want our characters to be. And I think Adam just threw that name out, was like, yeah, and say that you're playing a slime named, I don't know, Eugene. And then I loved it. I was like, yeah, Eugene, I like it. His name's Eugene. Can you just play Eugene in all future roleplay shows? No, I like to mix it up. I like to mix it up. Yeah, I loved playing Juliet. Juliet was super fun. I would love to play a character like Juliet again, but I feel like I still need to wait a little while. Yeah, and then there's like Breakdown. Breakdown was like just a sweet soft boy. And now I'm Eugene. And now I'm the literal slime of the earth. I use the Juliet voice on Sam all the time and he hates it. He absolutely fucking hates it. And I'm just like talking like this. I just like wanna fucking hang out and party. And I don't know like what the problem is with that, but like that's fine. Like I get it, you know. Juliet was a giant half-orc barbarian girl who talked like this. Some of the fan art of Juliet was incredible. Like, so good. Just this, like, really hot, ripped orc girl. And I was like, yes, yes, yes. I loved it all. It was so great. What show was that? It was on West Marches. It was a show where like the cast was constantly rotating. So yeah, it was one of those situations where the world was designed in a way where people were supposed to die. Like the longer that your character managed to live, the more fucked up they would get and the more likely it was that they would die. Juliet had a really weird storyline, and she did wind up dying, which was very sad. She drank a weird concoction that a witch gave her, and she had a dream that there was a goddess with 6 boobs, and she drank from one of the boobs, and when she woke up, she had a demon baby inside of her. So for most of the time that I played her, she was pregnant. So she had this weird storyline of just like, oh my god, there's like a fucking demon baby in my body, and like, that's so uncool, right? But then over time it became, you know, but like, I would be like a good mom. Like, I could be like the best mom ever. So I think I should like keep it. And then she died. It was really sad. And the six-boobed goddess showed up and like pulled the baby from my body, basically. And all of the party members that saw that happened were forever changed and gained like a new like supernatural something in their life, because they saw like an act of a deity, basically. So it helped out all of the people who were in my team at the time, but I was super dead. I always forget how crazy RPG plots sound when you try to summarize them. Yeah. I kind of like having to summarize that one though, because it always sounds like there's just no way to explain it in a way where it sounds even remotely cohesive. It's like, yeah, so I was playing a half-orc valley girl, and she drank a witch's brew, and she got pregnant with a demon baby, but then like she died because like a gibbering mouther totally killed her, and then like the goddess or whatever like showed up and then like took the baby from my body, and then like it's just like, what? It's great. I love it. Yeah, she was super dead. There were a couple of groups in West Marches that tried to bring her back to life, and it never worked. So that was sad. I was like, oh guys, because at the beginning of every episode, the party would be asked like, what do you want to do? And so like there were a couple of different teams that were like, we want to try to bring Juliet back to life. And Steven would always be like, well, okay, but you guys realize like this is West Marches, so the likelihood of this actually happening is really low. But if you want to try it and your rolls are good enough, right? Like, I'm not gonna tell you no. It's just, this is not a very forgiving game. This isn't a very forgiving world. So if you want to try to do this thing that's difficult even in an easy game, just like, you know. Shannon tried really hard to bring me back to life. She was so sweet. I miss West Marches so much. It was the best show JP ever had. West Marches was very different from everything else. It was very special. I also, man, yeah, my other character, what did I name him? Lucas? That was a character that was based off of a character that I created forever ago, like a really long time ago for a completely different game when I was in college. I wanted a Warlock character that had, oh god, I'm trying to remember exactly what it was. Basically, I think his name was Lucas, but feel free to correct me. Some of you have better memories than I do. He was a Warlock character that had a contract with basically like met a demon in the woods that was trying to attack his village, and he was in order to like save the village, he wound up in a contract with this demon, but it appeared to him as a rabbit. So whenever he's like around rabbits or people are eating rabbits, he's like really uncomfortable because he feels like it like reminds him of that. That was kind of like the basic idea for this character, because I really wanted to play a Warlock. And yeah, I only got to play him once, unfortunately. My current character is a Fey Warlock. Holy shit, I love Warlocks so much. They have so much flavor. Yeah, I love the difference between wizards and sorcerers and warlocks and all of that stuff. Warlocks are super interesting because they're like pulling power from something else, right? So yeah, you wind up with even just story-wise, you wind up with lots of cool things that you can do and different ways that you can sort of spin it. Yeah, there was another character that I was trying to make. I think some of you might remember me talking about this as well. There was another character that I was trying to make for West Marches that was basically going to be the Onion Knight, but as like a huge lady knight. So Steven and I were trying to figure out what sort of base class I could start with that would allow me to be essentially like trying to think of how to describe this. It would be a character that could like take a turn to sit and think about something, because you know, and when you play Dark Souls, Onion Knight is always like like trying to figure shit out while you're the one who just like jumps in and does it. So I wanted to make a character that could take a round to sit and ponder basically, and it would give a buff to everybody else. So we were trying to like piece that together, which was cool. Like that sort of stuff is really fun, going to a DM that knows a lot of shit, like a lot, you know, and being able to say, hey, this is the character I want to make, and then they have such a base of knowledge, they're able to help you sort of put together a good character. Saki Bobo says, my gentleman rogue half-elf character won us the current story arc because I literally just shot the main villain during his monologue with a disabling blow to the throat, and he fell backwards off the precipice. I find that so funny. Like, you've done this entire story arc, right? And knowing D&D, like, that shit takes hours. Like, so many play sessions, so many hours. You finally get to the final villain of this story arc, and he's like doing his big monologue, and you're just like, I shoot him. I just fucking love that. That idea is so funny to me. Oh shit. Ugh. That's so funny. No, I've actually never watched Critical Role. I've never, like, at this point, I feel like it would be so hard to watch it because they've been doing it for so long. I didn't realize it existed until it had already been around for a while. So, but Matt Mercer is such an incredible DM. He was the DM for me when I was on Charity 20 at Meltdown Comics one year. He was our DM, and holy shit, I was like, what the fuck? Like, he was so good. Anytime he did a voice for like an orc or something, I was like, oh, it's so cool. He's great. He's like one of the nicest dudes too. There's 93 episodes to watch. Yeah, it's just, God, that sounds like so much. It's so much fun to watch. It's so worth it. All right. All right, okay. OPS Jono, thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a new member of the Cat Gang. Thank you so much for the support. I hope you're having a lovely day, and use the emotes for evil, not good. There's a lot of history. They're about to skip forward a year. If you wanted to watch, now would be a good time. Interesting. Interesting. Adam is pretty great, too. Of course. Adam's fantastic.
Welcome, you
Pope Amadeus, thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a new member of the Cat Gang. Thank you so much for the support. I hope you're having a lovely day, and use the emotes for evil, not good. Thank you so much. That's the reason I don't play D&D style games. They take too long and I find it boring. Oh, I love it. I still remember so fondly in college, all of us getting together to play D&D, and we would get together early in the morning and we would go until like midnight. I would make a huge pot of chili for everybody to eat. Our DM at the time, Gavin, would bring like a huge pack of Mountain Dew. Macaulay McCulkin, thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a new member of the Cat Gang. Thank you so much for the support. I hope you're having a lovely day, and use the emotes for evil, not good. I lost my brother to Dark Souls 3 Game of the Year edition. He'll be gone for days. Oh, Haley Days, thank you for the bits. And yeah. Dude, I'm so excited to play Dark Souls 3 finally. We still don't know exactly when it's going to happen, but... The only D&D podcast or show that has ever kept my attention is The Adventure Zone. Sam and I started listening to that. I listened to the first episode while I was taking a bath, like, years ago, like when it first came out. And it didn't really grab my attention. As much as I love the boys, it didn't really grab my attention. And I was like, oh, well, maybe this show isn't really for me. And then Sam and I were taking a drive over to the desert for my mom's 70th. This was just like a couple weeks ago. And typically when we do that drive, we put on podcasts. And I was like, you want to listen to something different this time? And he was like, sure. And I said, you know, I haven't really given the Adventure Zone a good shot. And he said, I don't know what that is. And I explained it to him. And he was like, oh, well, I mean, we both like my brother and me. So yeah, let's give it a shot. So we started from episode 2. And it wound up being pretty fucking funny. It's pretty fun. Like, I love the way that Griffin DMs. I love, because normally I get really frustrated with Rick3636, thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a new member of the Cat Gang. Thank you so much for the support. I hope you're having a lovely day, and use the emotes for evil, not good. Normally I get really frustrated with DMs that like have a thing they want you to do and they'll sort of force you to do it. But it's so funny in the Adventure Zone when, like, when they're just asking stupid questions of a character, and eventually he just, as the character, is like, you should kill that guy. Hey, you know, this is a great conversation, but maybe if you killed that guy. It just makes me laugh. It's just like, could we get on with this shit? Could you go kill that guy, please? Makes me laugh. I've had more and more of my friends talk about the Adventure Zone recently. I need to give it a listen. It's cute because it's like, it's the 3 brothers and then their dad. And it's just so funny to listen to like them and their dad all try to play an adventure game together. It's cute. I like it. And there are times when their dad makes a joke and I'm like, that's a joke one of them would have made. You know, you can like see there's obvious like familial similarities across all 4 of them. Nebula Jazz is the first one I've ever watched, and I love it. I'm so glad. We love doing it. It's super fun. Harmon Quest is really good. I've never heard of that. I've never heard of Harmon Quest. You know what's something that I've wanted to catch back up on is Welcome to Nightvale. I haven't listened to Welcome to Nightvale in years. But it's such a weird fever trip. I remember listening to that for a decent amount of time, and I was like, yeah, this is weird, and I like it. I haven't listened to it in a long time. It's very produced. Oh, Harmon Quest. It's very produced. It's basically a scripted show, but it's still funny. Welcome to Nightvale is a real gem, right? It's unlike anything else that I've ever listened to. I also need to catch up on Nightvale. All right, Julia, you and I, we're gonna catch up on Nightvale. All right? We're pinky swearing right now. Are you ever gonna delete the live now video on YouTube from yesterday? Is it still up? Did I put a new one up? This is a duplicate of a video you've already uploaded. Oh no! I wonder how many dislikes are on that. Probably so many. I don't even want to look. Oh no. Oops. Wait, let's see how many dislikes are on that video. No, you know what? I need all of you guys. Hold on. You know what'll really just make this better? Only 10 dislikes? What the fuck? How? Alright, I need all of you guys to go to this video. There you go. I need all of you guys to go to that video and dislike it. I just want to see how many dislikes we can get on there. Professional streamer. I know, right? Lol. Just wanted to say thanks for doing your anime news show. It's helped me get back into anime after taking a 5-year break. Oh, I'm so glad. I'm sorry that there hasn't been one the last couple of weeks. Great. Yes, good. Social experiment, am I right? Yeah. Yes. Yes. But the algorithm. Yes. Give me all the dislikes. Yes. Also, while you're there, if you're not subscribed to my YouTube channel, you totally should. YouTube's gonna be like, she's so controversial. I know. Oh my gosh, what's she talking about? What could she possibly have said? Nice segue, thank you. Yes, good. Thanks, guys. Don't forget to comment, dislike, and subscribe. I've been doing lots of weird lip play today. What are we disliking? You know what? Don't worry about it. It's not worth putting it back up. What happened to Let It Die? Man, I haven't played Let It Die in a while. I think it was Stubadale that was saying that they did like a big update, right? There's gonna be an investigation on your channel. Nah, it's fine. I love that mug in the video. I think Sam is currently drinking out of that mug. The fluff you fluff and fluff, or whatever. I liked all of your other videos to compensate because I felt bad for disliking. Well, thank you. You don't have to. You don't have to feel bad. Get it out of your system. I just want to dislike so bad. I got you that mug. It's one of my faves. It's one of my faves. It's a good mug. It's a good 10 out of 10 mug. At this very moment, literally right now. He's literally sipping it. Yeah, he's literally sipping it as we speak. We have a connection because we're soulmates.
Welcome, you.
Saki Bobo, thank you so much for subscribing and becoming. I feel real dumb for saying that. Saki Bobo, thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a new member of the Cat Gang. Thank you for the support. I hope you're having a lovely day and use the emotes for evil, not good. You should totes play it again soon. I don't really know what they added, to be honest. Yeah, I'm not sure either. I should look it up. They might have added more floors or something. That game was so fun, though. I'm gonna be a rebel and like that video. No. No. I appreciate you providing this dislike service. You're welcome. You know, sometimes you just really want to dislike a thing. This reminds me of all of those articles that always come out that are like, ways that you can take care of you. Zeltu, thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a new member of the Cat Gang. Thank you so much for the support. I hope you're having a lovely day and use the emotes for evil, not good. On articles like that, one of the things that always shows up on the list is like next time you get a phone call and you really don't feel like answering it, just don't. And it always makes me laugh because I'm like, already do it. All right, check. It makes me laugh. So I'm like, oh, that's already a thing I do. If I don't want to answer the phone, I don't answer the phone. I don't do that. But they formulate it. I'm going to stick with that word. That's real. They formulate it as though that's like you being naughty. Like sometimes you just need to be a little naughty, right? Sometimes you need to just not answer the phone. I'm like, Sometimes you need to just like be a little naughty, right? Dislike a video that somebody told you it's okay to dislike. Stop. It's my first ever Twitch sub and it feels great. Aw, Soggy Bobo, thank you so much. I'm honored. I'm glad that you like it here that much. You're already the master of your own life. I know. Oops. I'm killing it. I'm taking care of me. I didn't answer the phone that one time when it was an unknown number. Scandal. Scandals. What anime are we currently binging? Oof, what a great question. I rewatched all of One Punch Man the other day. I really want to rewatch all of the first season of Bokino Hero. Now that the second season is playing, and I'm like, that's right, I love all of them. I forgot about how much I love all of these Bokino Hero boys and girls. And beautiful in-betweens. They're all so precious. I love them. I want them all to be happy and be the best heroes in the world. Makes me want to rewatch the whole first season real bad. Why does your mic arm have green liquid at the joint? Oh, this? You are seeing a reflection of something green. That's what's happening there. I hated Bokino Hero. That's okay. I really hated the manga at first, but now I love it. So, I love the anime. I think the anime really helped because I didn't like the manga, but I liked the anime version of the stuff I disliked in the manga. So, episode 4 out today, and it's great. Yeah, yesterday when we got home from dinner, we were like, "Oh, is new Bokino Hero available?" It was not. It was very sad. Should I watch Bokino Hero? I think so. I think Bokino Hero is great. I really enjoy it. The one that I normally suggest that people watch that I think a lot of people didn't stick with because it looked kind of weird is Mob Psycho. Mob Psycho 100 has an incredible opening theme song. That song gets, even now, that song gets stuck in my head. The whole soundtrack of Mob Psycho 100 I think was amazing. But I think Mob Psycho, a lot of people, I think, watched the first episode and were like, I'm not really digging this art style, which is so sad to me because the way that the art style changes depending on what's going on is incredible to me. I think the art in that anime is fantastic. But I know a lot of people who dropped it because they were like, I don't know that this is my thing. I'm like, what? What is Bokino Hero about? Bokino Hero is about a future. This is like a weird way to put it. It's about like if the world was 80% filled with people who have superpowers. So like if in the future over time, basically like X-Man style, if like over time 80% of the population had superpowers. Poshcat, thank you so much for the bits. I want to say thank you so much for the streams like this. I broke my toe the other week. Oh no, and your streams have been one of the few things keeping me sane. I'm so sorry. I can't believe you broke your toe. I'm very glad that we're able to help you through it though. And Evermore, thank you for the bits. I started watching Kill la Kill on my phone. Oh god. Okay, so yeah. Imagine that 80% of the population has superpowers. This created a situation where people who want to like do bad things, it made it much easier for them to do bad things, because some people just have abilities that allow them to be really effective murderers or thieves or whatever else, right? So as sort of a rise in villainy happened, there also needed to be a rise in heroism. So it's about like kids with superpowers who want to be heroes, and there's like an academy that trains up heroes to, you know how to use their powers correctly and how to be effective heroes and all of this stuff. But it's specifically about a kid named Izuku who was not born with superpowers but wants to be a hero really badly, and it's great. It's really cute. I love it. I don't know if cute's the right word, but I'm using it anyway. I absolutely love Bokino Hero. I think it's really good. So it's nothing like One Punch Man. Oh, Mob Psycho. Yeah, Mob Psycho is nothing like One Punch Man. They're made by the same guy. You'll see similar facial expressions, but they're very different. Oh, but also, no, I think you were meaning it's very different from Bokino Hero, because they're both like worlds where lots of heroes exist. Yeah, those are also extremely different. I had trouble watching the first couple episodes, but I got into it after that. So did Sam. Sam wasn't feeling it at the beginning. When we first started watching Bokino Hero, he wasn't feeling it. I was, because I'm a huge sap. But it wasn't until like a bit later in season 1 that he was like, this is awesome. I love this. So I wish there was a Shadowrun anime. I would love more cyberpunk style anime in my life. That would be great.
Welcome.
Stop blabbing and play. Are you trying to tell me something? Like that you're loving the stream? Stop blabbing and play. Thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a new member of the Cat Gang. Thank you for the support. I hope you're having a lovely day, and use the emotes for evil, not good. Sam doesn't like Hunter x Hunter, so his opinion is wrong. Now, people are totally allowed to like and dislike anime as they please. We don't shame people for disliking anime that we love. Boop. People are allowed to be wrong. Hi, Random. How are you? What a perfect time for you to show up. We're talking about anime. I don't know if you knew. Yeah, but Hunter x Hunter, come on. I think in Hunter x Hunter's case, Hisoka makes Sam extremely uncomfortable. And my argument is he's supposed to make you uncomfortable, but that's fine. Yeah, that's like anytime I talk about the Berserk anime, and I'm like, it's fine if you like the Berserk anime. That's totally fine. I think you're wrong. I just think you're wrong, but that's fine. Like, enjoy what you're gonna enjoy, right? We say that all the time on co-optional podcasts too. Like, I don't know. Like, if you really love a game, and then you listen to the co-optional podcast and we're shitting on it, that doesn't mean that you're wrong for enjoying the game, right? Like, the fact that you got a lot of enjoyment out of it is great. And you, like, that's fantastic. And you shouldn't let us or anybody else in your life tell you, like, no, you're wrong. You can't enjoy that thing. So, like, even though I have so many problems with the Berserk anime, you know, if people are getting enjoyment out of it, if they're enjoying the anime, then that's fantastic. I'm so glad. I still don't think that it's a good anime, but my opinion shouldn't matter, right? So. But you're wrong. I didn't care much for Death Note. I know a couple of people who are like, specifically, the specific thing that I've heard a few times about Death Note is Death Note got too hyped up for me. Totally fair. Is One Punch Man season 2 real? They've officially said they're working on it, so it fucking better be. Isn't Nebula Jazz soon? Yep. It's 12:29, and I'm supposed to be on soundcheck at 12:30. So look at that. Hold on, let's see. Do I have any messages yet about it? I do not. I do not. What do you think is the best anime ever? I don't know. Like, I can tell you what my favorite anime is. It's Samurai Champloo. I don't think that it's the best anime ever. Like, I don't think that if you got a group of people who needed to critique anime into a room and sat them all down and had them watch Samurai Champloo, I don't think that they would all be like, wow, that was a 10 out of 10 anime. Right? But I can say, as Dooger McDoogs, anime lover, I can say that Samurai Champloo is my favorite anime. I can watch it over and over and over again. I think that the fights in it are fantastic. I love the characters. I like that it's really like simple. The music's great. There's just a lot of things that I love about Samurai Champloo. But when people say, I didn't really like Samurai Champloo, I'm not offended because I realize that like it's not going to be for everybody, right? Julia, thank you so much for the bits. I started playing Night in the Woods finally so I could catch up with your streams. My mom came into the room while I was playing and thought the graphics were really cute. She asked me to start over so that we can play it together. Oh, that's so sweet. I love families playing video games together. I love it. I love it. I love it so much. Dooger McDoogs, professor of anime. Yes, PhD, PH anime. Pargan, thank you so much for all the bits. Appreciate it. That cup is getting full. I know. I love when it's able to just get super, super full without all of them popping out. It's awesome. Thrill, thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a new member of the Cat Gang. I think you're going to pop up here any second now. Yeah, Thrill87. Thank you so much for the support. I hope you're having a lovely day and use the emotes for evil, not good. I bought that Night in the Woods Nightmare Eyes hoodie I saw you wearing, and I fucking love it. Yeah! Super comfy, right? Evermore, thank you for the bits. I still haven't seen Your Name. Kristen and I are supposed to see it together, and we haven't done it. My mom always comes in at the worst moments, like during a sex scene in Witcher 3. Oh my god. I used to make my mom sit and watch Slayers with me. She was not into it at all, but like she did it because she loved me. Has anyone ever told you you're like a female day 9? I have heard that before, yeah. I have been told that before. Do you read the manhwa Tower of God? Yeah, we've read it so many times on MangaPod. I'm trying to think what chapter we're on in Tower of God, but we've done, I want to say 5 or 6 manga pods on Tower of God. Togpod is what we always call it, because the second that we've done a Tower of God manga pod, the entire comment section is people going, so when are you going to read it again? So, are you reading it again soon? Like, is the next one also going to be Tower of God? When are you guys going to read Tower of God again? We're like, could you chill? No, I never lived with Day 9. No. I lived with Husky, and Husky and Day 9 did lots of commentary together, so. I'm looking less mannish today. Aw, that's too bad. I'll try to put a beard on next time just for you. So when are you gonna read it again? I don't know why I keep doing that with my lip. Okay. All right. I'm getting pinged. I'm getting pinged for sound check. So let's shut it down. If you haven't gone into the giveaway yet, this is your last chance. I'm giving you like a minute. You have like a minute if you would like to have a ticket in the giveaway. Steam gift card, $20.
Welcome.
Cervantes 26, thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a new member of the Cat Gang. And thank you so much for the support. I hope you're having a lovely day and use the emotes for evil, not good. Shut it down. Shut it down. I have no use for a Steam gift card. Really? God. I get most of my games on Steam. So.
Coffee drinking burrito babe.
Assassin Duck, thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a new member of the Cat Gang. Thank you for the support. I hope you're having a lovely day and use the emotes for evil, not good. All right. I'm shutting it down. I'm burning it to the ground. Ready? And closed. All right. We're done. We're done. No more. Okay. We are drawing a winner. There are 1,215 of you who have entered. 34,000 tickets purchased. And the winner of the $20 Steam gift card giveaway on this, the Saturday Morning Duger of April the 22nd, year of our Lord 2017, is, boop, Locky111. LOCKE 111. Locky 111. You are the winner of the $20 Steam gift card. Are you in chat? Are you here? Are you here? Well, if you're here, or if you had to leave, either way, when you know that you have won, when that information gets to you, I would love it if you would go to Revlo and put in your email address. That's all that I need. So, yeah. He's not here. Reroll. Nah. I'm not about that life. Are you hypnotizing me? Are you? They're in the viewer list. Okay, so they are here. Yeah, there you are. Locky, congrats. Congrats. You get the $20 gift card. Alrighty. Guys, thank you all so much for watching today. It was super fun just hanging out and chatting with you. Let's bring up our list of new subscribers very quickly. I'll read that off. And then I have to skedaddle. Then I have to skedaddle off to sound check. Okay. Thank you so much. There's so many of you. If you have hype cats to put in chat, please do so as a welcome. If you are not a subscriber, but you would like to participate in the emote avalanche, just choose your fave. Choose your fave and throw it in there. All right. Thank you so much to our new subscribers. Thank you to Corey MacD, Yanamar, Zefruit Baddie, The Angry Baron, Magian, Raging Pixel Show, Xylome, Sir Confused, Demetheus714, Kawaii Nugget, Haha Memes, am I right? United Starship, Avivana, Oriate, WTB Wanna Buy Soul, 10 gold, Molders24, Ike Mano, Ashira, Vice Felchin, Voskera, D Jr., Mando, Traxxas007, Says Pre, Raiden, Lixlarm, Shoto Drag, Ace Gun, Unintended 87, Outraging Cat, Silent Matt 18, Grime Reader, The Possible Poet, Megatron 0992, The Traveling Linguist, Slurps Madrips, Aaron Unlimited, Kaz Young, Graceling 12, Fobler, Diarian, Indie Shark, Alamarana 2885, Kermadak, Mr. Darth Gaber, Gamix, Antares 0509, Perspective of Frame, Brody Conley, Young Tom Servo, Zypher 720, Dream Strife, JK Naps, Soggy Britches, Colankinator, Sync DB, Ryan K2606, Azumi Cosplay, Mr. Toast Guard, JBZ Org, Beta Ray Will, Tentacle Poke, Joey Thor 18, Rowley Bro, Deadly Mousy, Sergeant Fargent Streams, Vox 3, The Burning Fist, Haley Johnson, Chief Pine Tree, Sassy Sue 2003, Petite 60, Corvin Ross, Rosa, Tebug, Hodgem, Satrezunt, I definitely said that wrong. Kenatama, Hawk 11, Night Arius, Leoff Stan, Fenris, Max Thunder 23, Thin Lissy, Agarus, The Best Cinnamon Roll, I-197, Fungusoid, Swecken, Admiral Huey, Mago Mags, Small Tom Gaming, Drebin 1415, Pants the Monkey, Pwned by Juice, Ray 4, Ops Jono, Eagle Fang, Tatters, Gamer Michael, Pope Amadeus, Burnsy 124, Kane 5707, Macaulay McCulkin, Suddenly Seymour, Saki Bobo, Abby Rose 42, Rick 3636, Zeltu, T. Joe Wertel, the Sir Ducky, Stop Blabbing and Play, Kelsieka, Assassin Duck, Cervantes 26, and Thrill87. Thank you all so much for the subscriptions today. Thank you for the support. If you enjoyed, I would love it if you would, at the very least, give me a follow. That's totally free, and then Twitch should let you know when I'm streaming. If you haven't checked out my YouTube before, it's youtube.com/pressheart2continue. And I'm about to be on a show called Nebula Jazz, where I play a weird slime creature. So if you would like to check that out as well, we would love to have you. I'll be hosting it here. So you can just hang out in this chat if you would like, if you're having fun hanging with the buds, or you can go to twitch.tv/itmejp, ITMEJP, and that's where it's actually happening. But again, we will be hosting it here, so you don't have to go anywhere. That'll be in like 20 minutes. So yeah, thank you guys so much. Have a great day. Appreciate it. Bye-bye.